It's time now for Stock of the Hour, and that is Boeing. Shares are hitting yet another record high on the news that President Trump and the company reached a $3.9 billion deal for new Air Force One jets. Abigail Doolittle joins us with details. And by the way, this is a discount, the president says, from what the original price was.
You're right about that. And the White House is also talking about the fact that this saves taxpayers, U.S. taxpayers, $1.4 billion because the original price tag was higher. It's not entirely clear. Yeah. There's some murkiness around all of the numbers, but nonetheless, progress made here. And it certainly stands out that Boeing is higher on the day. We do have a down tape, and Boeing higher for a fourth day in a row, hitting this record high. So some real positive news here. And this news could also have been the savior for the modernized Air Force One program, because, of course, President Trump has been talking about terminating it altogether. So the Air Force One, the modern Air Force One, lives on.
But a third record closing high in a row, so there must be more to this.
You're right about that. Boeing is really on a tear, and a lot of it has to do with the return to revenue growth. If we hop into the Bloomberg and take a look at the financial analysis function, FA, on Boeing, we are going to see back in 2014 and 2015, revenues were growing, but then at the end of 2016 and for much of 2017, we stagnated, and now we're looking at growth again for Boeing. So investors liking that. They're also liking the fact that the profit forecast is also strong. We're looking at double-digit growth for profits. They're really focusing on the narrow body and the wide body planes. One possible flaw could be the 777 plane. Apparently, they've had some issues around that. The backlog is not as strong for the other planes. Another issue relative to the stock, you can imagine with all these record highs, valuation's very high, but they seem to be executing. So investors seem to be willing to pay up for such strong execution on the part of Boeing.